Vivek and PBD from the PBD podcast pretty much call Adam Sosnick out for being an idiot, which is something I like to do on this channel all the time. It's something that makes a lot of my audience subscribe to this channel because they too hate Adam Sosnick. Hello, like this video, comment, subscribe, do it all if you can't stand Adam Sosnick from the PBD podcast. By the way, hi, my name is Isabella Moody. I post 2 new videos every single day, so make sure you subscribe and let's get into it.
Is often less than 20,000 votes. That means if the Democratic Party succeeds, there will be no more swing states. Moreover, the Biden-Harris administration has been flying asylum seekers who are fast-tracked on citizenship directly into swing states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Arizona. It is a sure way to win every election. America then becomes a one-party state and democracy is over. The only elections will be Democratic Party primaries. This already happened in California many years ago following the 1986 amnesty. The only thing holding California back from extreme socialism and suffocating government policies is that people can leave California and still remain in America. Once the whole country is controlled by one party, there will be no escape. Everywhere in America will be like the nightmare that is downtown San Francisco. Then Cuban responds, if you want to go back one, there you go, Rob. He responds back and says, Elon, there will come a time when you need something from Trump. You will think you will have earned the right to ask and receive. You have been a loyal, faithful soldier to him. You have supported him politically with tens of millions of dollars. Then at the point you need him the most, you will find out what so many before you have learned. His loyalty is only to himself. So, when you see...
I love Shark Tank, and I like Mark Cuban on Shark Tank, but it pisses me off how annoying and lame Mark Cuban is when it comes to politics. It makes no sense. How are you like a billionaire entrepreneur and you promote Democrats? Like, seriously, what do the Democrats have on Mark Cuban? Please, I am very curious.
That, I give my response. I said, in other words, Kamala owes you many favors. 2, you trust that
exactly
Kamala Harris will 100% deliver on her favors she owes you. 3, you were expecting a job from Trump in 2016 and didn't get it. Or 4, you're assuming Elon is wired like you. What is your thoughts, Vivek, when you see this interaction?
So look, I actually love authentic, no holds bar, take off the filter interactions. And I think the beauty of X, right, which Elon bought, is that you can have these exchanges out in the open. So I give Mark Cuban, he's going to take some criticism for it, but he's got the guts to say what he wants. Elon is like so many other business people who are too afraid in corporate America of being canceled for their views. You know what he told the advertisers to go screw themselves, F off, basically, is what he told them. And so I think it's just great when we have more of these gloves off, straight up pummeling conversations. Now, I'll tell you this is about Elon is both of those things that those two guys said can be true, right? Where Mark Cuban says, oh, you're not going to get something from Donald Trump for it, which may reveal that that's not actually Elon's motivation. Elon's motivation is that he cares about the future of the country. And so there's 2 different visions of American politics. One is where you're dealing with politicians as puppets, pieces on a chessboard. And you got the people who are wielding those interests, moving them on that chessboard. That's one vision. And that exists. I mean, that is a real sad, dark reality of how a lot of American politics works. And then there's the separate version, which is the idealistic vision, which is to say that I have certain shared ideals. And Elon and Donald Trump don't agree on everything. Donald Trump and I don't agree on everything. I think the part of the coalition that President Trump has built this time around especially is it's a group of people who don't agree on 100% of every last issue, but still agree on the basic principles of how the country is supposed to work. Free speech and open debate. Meritocracy. The best person ought to get the job, not based on their race or their skin color. You actually have to have self-governance. It shouldn't be bureaucrats running the country, but elected representatives. The rule of law, that's a big one. I mean, that relates to this whole issue related to the immigration crisis. Elections we can trust and believe in. Those are basic rules of the road.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with anything Vivek is saying there. I'm going to skip a little bit ahead because I'm trying to, give you guys the best moments. So let's get back to it.
Oh, about the assistance he wants for, his pharmaceutical company. I think that there's nothing in Cuban that cares about the country? No. I don't think he's completely over the waterfall.
Adam.
Well, I think it's
Here we go, Adam. Let's see what you have to say.
It's ironic to see who's in Trump's corner these days.
We're being very political right now. So this is like very safe talk so far. So
well, maybe I'll be a little controversial then.
I like you calling this out, Patrick. That's
Can we pull up that quote again? Elon's spot on with what's going on with the border. I mean, I think that whatever's happened with the border sort of disqualifies the never was the border czar, Kamala Harris, from actually protecting the border. But the part of this, let me explain forever, that even if 20 illegals become citizens per year, something that Democratic are expediting, seemingly possible, that would be 2 million new legal voters in 4 years. There's been talk of this for a while. You know, the one thing that Cuban gets true is Trump does demand loyalty. I mean, I don't know if he, asked for your hand in loyalty or anything like that, but that is sort of something that you hear about Trump.
I mean, loyalty should be important. That's not a bad thing to value, Adam. I know your stupid brain can't wrap your head around that, but it's true.
Is that there's a one-way street to loyalty. We've heard it. We've heard people talk about this. How many people have come through the Trump administration that said, I cannot support this guy? Generals, the list goes on and on and on. But if it's a binary choice, which it is at this point, I mean, Kamala has disqualified herself, in my opinion, but it doesn't mean that Trump is perfect. So
I'm surprised to hear Adam say that because he usually is wrong on every single thing, literally.
Yeah, let me say this word because this comes up a lot with Donald Trump, and people use it mostly as like a negative to say that he wants loyalty. Let me frame this in a different way, which I think is closer to the mark. I think if you're an executive, right, and Patrick, we'll just bring this back to the business setting. You have a mission at a company. You want people who work at the company who are aligned with that mission. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you're not. Let's say your mission is, I don't know, making water bottles. Maybe we could think about a different example. Maybe your mission is you have a steakhouse, okay, and you want to serve excellent steak. You want people who are aligned with that mission, not somebody who's opposed to the existence of a steakhouse. That doesn't mean that person doesn't have the right to have that opinion. It just means they shouldn't be working at your company. Well, the same thing I would say of running the U.S. government. You have a vision for the country. You have a way you want to run the show. You want to thin out, let's say, bureaucracy. You want to limit the number of federal regulations that are being passed by bureaucrats. You don't want people who are working for you who believe in a different vision for the country. That doesn't mean they're bad people. That doesn't mean that they don't enjoy the same rights as every other American. But who on earth would say that I'm running as an executive an entire set of departments, but I have people who are unaligned with the mission that I'm on? So there's a difference between loyalty in the sense of like, okay, you have to sign. No, I did not when I endorsed Donald Trump. I was not asked to sort of do a blood oath.
No blood oath.
Okay, there's no blood oath. All right, we did not cut our arms and bleed together. No, that
They weren't Megan Fox. And what's Megan Fox's husband, boyfriend, MGK? You know how they like literally drink each other's blood and she makes all of her sons dress as girls? I don't know. The bitch is satanic, obviously.
was not that kind of
like
loyalty.
The Hangover.
But the question is, are you aligned with the same mission? That doesn't mean you can have some disagreements. Of course, I said earlier.
Loyalty is important, right? But at the same time, it's not just blind loyalty. It's, are you aligned with my mission? Quite literally what Vivek is saying. So Vivek is being polite and not calling Adam out as much as I would like to. But he's basically saying, hey, Adam, you're dumb. Shut up. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.